I had intentions of telling this over Christmas, but that didn't happen. So, since it's still oyster season, I'm going to tell it anyway. Oysters on Christmas Eve. My maternal grandmother, Maud Outler Towles, loved oysters, especially fried oysters. It was sometime in the 1980s, and Grandma was getting on up in age, still living on her own, but things were changing. Grandpa was ailing, and under those circumstances, she couldn't easily procure and fry up her own oysters like she used to. Yet she still craved them when the weather got cold. So Mama got the bright idea for the Ferrell family to take Grandma out for oysters on Christmas Eve. We drove up in the parking lot of Roy Deal's that evening, only to find the whole place dark. Everyone but us knew they closed at Christmas. Grandma was always polite and a lady, but she kind of grumped up when that went down. But Mama was determined. She knew Grandma's heart was set. We drove around town looking for a place to eat, and it did not go well. The only place we could find open that served oysters was Walker's Truck-o-Tel. The atmosphere in the air when we pulled into the parking lot of the truck stop was not merry. I can't recall exactly which family members were there that night, but I do remember when we walked in the door just past 8 p.m. on Christmas Eve, Papa told the guy at the counter there's 6.5 of us. So I'm thinking Grandma, Mama, Papa, my oldest sister Peggy, her husband Charles, me, and little Hogan. By that time, my middle sister Pam had moved on to Seattle. Aunt Janie's crew were over at their Edwards cousin's house, merrily drinking eggnog and probably singing Christmas carols. Meanwhile, the Ferrell family was in the empty dining room of the truck stop. They gave us a menu to pass around, and we made the best of it. The bad news was there was only one order of oysters left. Of course, that went to Grandma. No one complained about that, not even her. As we all ordered, the availability of seafood entrees dwindled. By the time Papa ordered last, they were down to burgers, and that's what he got. We waited a good while before they brought Grandma's oysters out and set them in front of her, piping hot, with sides of fries, slaw, and hush puppies. She sat there politely, waiting for the waitress to bring our food before she began to eat. Mama did a quick inquiry at the counter and came back and told Grandma, "You better eat it while it's hot." They're having to cook one plate at a time. The waitress and the cook are the same person. Ma Towles did not want to eat until we had our food. She just didn't. That was not her way. But neither did she want a nice plate of crispy hot oysters to go to waste. So she ate, but not before passing me a hush puppy, which she knew I wanted. I'd have danced on the table for a hush puppy. We were all starving. The sounds coming from Grandma assured us that the food was good, and then some minutes later, here came Peggy's plate, then mine, then the rest of them, one by one, spaced about 10 minutes apart. It took 2 hours for all of us to eat, and by the time we walked out, it was very late. Little Hogan had passed out, and we were full as ticks. But we did have to stand around in the cold of the truck stop parking lot and brag over dinner. It was all fresh, excellently prepared, and one of the best plates of fried oysters Ma Towles had ever eaten in a restaurant. She said it herself and told Mama as we were walking away, I'd like to come back here. The end.